The following Toku Podcastu contains spoilers from both past and present tokusatsu, anime, manga, movies and other related media. If you do not wish to be spoiled, we suggest turning off the podcast now. Otherwise, please enjoy the show.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Tokusatsu Podcast, the best show about
I'm gonna kill you, AJ!
It's Phil's fault.
This is your fault, you fucker! This is your fault, motherfucker!
See,
I'm on Phil's side. This is your fault this time.
This is Phil's fault because he made Jay think it's my fault.
AJ, you were the one that jinxed the wheel and made me watch this shit!
I didn't do anything.
I mean, listen, Phil, first and foremost, it's your fucking fault we watched Kyoryuger. Now it's AJ's fault because he fucking did it too.
Okay, first off, Kyoryuger is actually watchable. Okay? It's watchable.
The comparison, sure.
This was not. I had to skip episodes. I had to skip fucking episodes just
because you a bitch.
No, because
no. AJ skipped episods too.
No,
I didn't skip episodes.
No, because I had to catch up with YouTube. I had to catch up with YouTube. You know what I'd rather watch than Goseiger? I was watching
anything.
Yeah, I was watching Simpsons episodes, post season 8 Simpsons episodes when Simpsons got bad.
There still are some good some good post season 8 episodes.
So here's a story.
I plead the fifth.
Exactly.
So here's a little story about what Goseiger did this week. And I'm not kayfabing this like usual. I'm not kayfabing this. So I went out with my buddies around Tuesday. And they know I do this. They know I do a podcast about Tokusatsu. They don't watch Tokusatsu, but they know I do it. They're supportive of it. And they asked me,
"Hey, so supportive of it? Yeah, like you're homosexual or something."
I know, right?
"Quote unquote" supportive.
I had to come out as a Toku fan. I'm so sorry.
And here I thought I had a hard time coming out.
Oh my!
No, so we were in the car and they asked me, they asked me straight up, like, so what have you been watching this week? And I straight up told them, I didn't watch anything. Oh, you're on a break this week?
No.
Wait, I am? No, wait, I did watch something. I legitimately forgot I had been watching Goseiger that fucking day. I legitimately forgot about this fucking show.
I actually had to tell.
And honestly, before we came into this recording, I was kind of scared because I was like, oh my god, I'm actually having trouble remembering shit. Fuck. Thankfully, I actually wrote notes.
Thankfully, you have me, because I remember a good bunch of it. Hell, I actually had to. I was talking to a coworker before she left work, and I was telling her I gotta take a shower when I get home. I gotta eat dinner, and then I gotta get recording all by 9:30. And she says to me, "Well, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Podcast." She's like, "What are you guys talking about?" I did not want to tell her I was watching a freaking Sentai called the Goseiger that had to do with angels that did nothing. Yeah, like she's gonna look at me like she's gonna look at me like, what the fuck is he smoking?
I mean, Phil.
I mean,
she probably already does.
I mean, she knows I'm a nerd because when I was an extra for my friend, she was doing makeup and was also an extra. I told her about hentai common, and she looked at me like, what the fuck?
Phil. Phil, come on.
You don't tell her about Goseiger. Oh, but let me tell you about hentai. You fucking retard.
Hey, hentai common is actually funny.
What is wrong with you?
This is why people think there are things wrong with you, Phil.
I just got a few screws loose in the head.
A few? Do you even have any screws left?
And just like that, we got 3 more questions asking you if Phil's gay.
And I can answer all 3 of them. No. What's the answer? No.
Oh my god.
That's a fucking wonderful start to the episode.
He is fucking high-fiving Aslan in that fucking wardrobe right now.
Yeah, and that slamming right now is me trying to fix my damn dampener on my damn microphone.
Anyway, so we watched Goseiger. we watched Goseiger, I think. I'm not really sure.
What the hell are you laughing about?
It's just where do we start? I don't know how to start with this because nothing happened.
Really, nothing.
This show was like Wizard.
No.
Where you have the illusion of things happening.
Wizard actually
you have the illusion. No, it didn't.
Wizard at least has characters.
No, it didn't.
Wizard has
it
characters.
Did?
Yeah,
it did?
It got Nito.
Sometimes it had characters.
Yeah.
It had one character. That's one more than Goseiger, I guess.
That's true.
That's one more than Goseiger.
Yeah, here's what Goseiger had. It had 5 templates, a somewhat cool concept of a knight, and 3 different fucking villain factions. 4 if you count the main bad guy.
Which is I want to say Camila from Zeta.
No, it's freaking Bragil.
It is Camille from Zeta.
I know, but I want to say Camila. It's a girl's name, Jay.
That is a girl's name.
Ha!
It is.
Anyways, so
there's our fucking quota, you fucking assholes. All right, don't even ask for any more. I'm not in the mood for any more Zeta jokes.
I'm guessing Zeta. is a bad show.
this show. Look, this show makes the Zeta jokes for us.
It does.
It really does.
Know one day
so where should we start?
We're gonna have to cover Zeta one day.
Sure. Yeah. So where do we start with this show?
Well, I
really don't know.
But we don't have any characters, so we can't start.
Okay, we have black, we have blue, we have pink, we have yellow, and we have red, who's a fucking fairy.
So
that's
I guess I'll be honest. It's not fair to say that they don't have characters. When they're not one note, the problem is that they're either one note or the show can't decide what the fuck their personalities are supposed to be.
It's kind of like Wizard.
Almost like Wizard in the sense, but it's like from episode to episode, it's like the characters will just change immediately. Like, okay, is Aries supposed to be the ditzy girly girl who's kind of an airhead and she's just kind of all fun and smiles, happiness? Or she's supposed to be the not necessarily like dour, but like the moody team mom essentially. She's supposed to be like the bossy one, you know. Oh, I need to be the responsible one type of girl character. But
or it's like with Monet, where it's like, is she supposed to be like the tomboy, or is she just supposed to be an asshole?
Exactly.
Like, is
she just kind of like the bitchy loner Tom girl? No,
I always saw Monet
that's
as
Christian.
More of the mother figure than
exactly. That's the thing. Is that like, is Monet
they keep
supposed
changing
to be
it?
Like
she's
the kind of bitchy
kid.
teen mom, or is she supposed to be like the hyperactive tomboy?
Or like the worst one, honestly, is fucking Agri for me, because they introduce him as
like Agri is easy because Agri doesn't have a fucking personality.
No, he doesn't.
Well, see, with him, it's like a thing of they kind of introduce him as, oh, he's like the generic I'm just overly angry, hot-headed black, and then after a while he's just athletic, and then for no reason, there's an episode. I was about to say there's an episode where he has nothing. It's like, I don't have a gimmick. Yes, but like there's an entire like Jay said, there's an entire episode where he's just like, I don't have a gimmick. What the fuck am I here for?
And Gosei Knight basically beats the crap out of him, saying, "You're not special. I'm proud of who I am. There's nothing that makes me special. What? Wait, so what if you're not special? Just keep
bullshit. Nothing that makes him. Oh yeah, nothing that makes me special as he turns into a giant robot. Okay. But see, that's the problem. But see, that's the problem.
To be like the obnoxious smart guy, or is he the brooding like dour loner guy? And like the show can't decide what the fuck their personalities are supposed to be.
Is he supposed to? Well, the dour part, is that supposed to be because he lost Magus? Because
even then, that's so rarely brought up.
Magus is only brought up like 1 or 2 times in the entire show. Because we can't afford to get Deca Green in.
Yeah, no, like what's the point of getting Deca Green back to play the character if you're gonna only use him in like one fucking episode?
Because
see, the worst part about this entire thing is like the only one who semi has a character is probably Outta, and even then it's like a fucking dumb character. Like he acts like a fucking 5-year-old.
Like exactly. Like again, Alada is supposed to be like, excuse me, one of those nights. Alada is supposed to be like the airheaded, goofy, childy Red, but
he's a lot of bullshit.
Even then, it's like that's not consistent because sometimes he's like the weirdo mystery kid who like he's just kind of like a weirdo space case. Then sometimes he's not, and then sometimes he is, and everybody's like that in the show. It's just like every episode they just have a different fucking personality, and the plots don't even matter around their personalities because the plots just kind of happen with or without them. They're just there. Their personalities.
It honestly feels like they got scripts from like random Sentai shows and just put the Goseiger cast in.
Probably.
That's what it feels like. It feels like they just. I think Jay said it in the server. It feels randomly generated.
It really, a lot of the episodes just feel like, just even like the way they're structured feel randomly generated. Like we'll get an introductory segment with most of the time the cast is just dicking around doing nothing important that relates to the plot of the episode at all. And then suddenly a monster shows up and we don't see the monster start attacking. We just cut immediately to the opening. And then the monster will be doing something. And then they'll fight the monster. And then we'll have the villains explain maybe what the fuck the plan of the week is, but then we'll cut back to the Goseigers doing absolutely fucking nothing important at all. Just fucking around, I guess. Sometimes it relates to the plot of the episode, sometimes it doesn't. They're just fucking back at their mansion doing nothing.
And see the weirdest thing is like there's times where even the monster plots, they don't even feel like they relate to the fucking plot for the Goseigers.
No, it doesn't.
No.
It's like they're doing two different fucking episodes at the exact same time because they just don't know what to do with any of the plots.
I would say a majority of the episodes, the monster plot is completely disconnected to the actual A plot of the story.
It is.
Oh, definitely.
Because there's never actually only a few times where the monster actually interferes with the A plot of the Goseigers. Like there's one time I can remember. It's when Monet is a part of a cheerleading group trying to cheer up this young girl who's going for surgery.
I remember that.
That episode was weird. Like why the fuck is she in a cheerleading group?
Because I don't know.
We needed something to put our actress in a skirt. That's what we needed.
She's not even that She's not even that hot.
We also needed a reason to have Datos in the episode.
Yeah, we needed to give an excuse for Datus to get his fucking power up for no reason.
Oh yeah,
it's so weird.
Even though the plot of the episode has nothing to do with the fact that he gets the power up, he just gets a fucking power up.
Dude, the same.
But see, it's so weird. But see, it's so weird because like, this was like, and it's weird to say, but it's almost like a weird experimental kind of writing where it's just like nothing fucking matters. Everything is happening and nothing matters. Everything matters and nothing matters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of experimental in the way that it's just structured completely unlike any TV show has ever been.
This is the legitimate Sentai equivalent of just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
It's a fucking Jackson Pollock painting, yeah.
It's fucking wild,
but
dude.
not a good
because like
Jackson Pollock.
half the time, no, like half
None
the
of them
time,
are good. That's the fucking point.
like half the time, I legitimately did not know what was going on. Like even when I was sit down, looking at my screen, not paying attention to anything else but the show, I was just like, I don't get how this correlates. Like the episode with Agri and the fucking farmer where he's like farming for the dude. I'm like, what? How is this correlating?
Like,
what's the message here?
Why the fuck are you farming for this random guy? Like
He wants
you
to
didn't have any reason to be here.
There's a
you
reason.
just fucking showed up at his house
because he needs to win Eri back, and she's thinking she stayed with him because she thought, oh, his wife died. No, it turns out the wife was just away. And it's like, so why did you win her anyways? Like, you're cute.
But again, but again, none of that correlates to each other.
Exactly.
Like, why is it Agri? Why is it Eri? Why can't it be Hyde and fucking Monet? Why can't it be Hyde and fucking, I don't know, Alata? I don't know, maybe the farmer's just kind of kinky that way. We don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. None of this matters.
It doesn't.
Like, the only story arc in this entire show that even has a semblance of a structure is like Gosei Knight. Like, his story is the only thing that has a structure in this entire show because you actually get, okay, I know where this guy's coming from, I know where this is going, and I can tell where this is going to end. But, like, that's it. And even then, he comes in, like, what was it, episode 20? So it's like, even then, it's like so fucking.
So, yeah.
It's so fucking late in the show that it's like, okay, but shouldn't we have done this, like, earlier so we can have actually given a shit?
What's it?
Even the villain plots don't make sense.
Gosei Knight is the most likable character out of the main six, which is ironic because he doesn't have a fucking personality.
No, he doesn't.
Which is why he's likable. The funniest fucking things about Gosei Knight is that he literally does not have any personality. He has no motivation beyond wanting to kill the monsters. And not only does that make him the most entertaining character, mostly because he has a clear, definable motive.
Yeah.
But it's funny because he's juxtaposed against the Goseigers who don't have any kind of consistent, understandable personalities or motives. And here he just is just... He's fucking RoboCop. Again, he's literally just RoboCop. It's basically like the scenes in RoboCop where like they're trying to have these emotional moments or like these dramatic like plot building scenes, but then you have fucking RoboCop here who doesn't have a personality at all. So he's just kind of fucking standing there and he doesn't really care.
Yeah, but honestly, I always saw him as kind of more of a Gamera-esque figure.
Gamera.
Okay, Gamera
like the turtle?
is the protector of Earth. And that's all, and that's what Gosei Knight's mission is. He's protecting the Earth, not its environment, just the Earth itself. He kind of evolves from being a Gamera-like figure to
Gosei Knight is really
kind of like a Mothra figure.
Gosei Knight is made of meat.
Who's both the... What did he say?
I said, it's an old MST3K bit. Never mind.
I don't get it.
Look, don't worry about it. All I know is that now I have to...
Your baffling comparison.
He kind of evolves, if I can say evolves, from just a Gamera-esque figure to being more like a Mothra figure as a protector of humanity. Though he's also still got his Gamera traits.
I don't really see it, honestly. He's just kind of a dick, but that's fine because he's the only one who is kind of a dick in the entirety of the Goseiger. The only time the Goseigers are kind of dicks is when they remember they're racist. That's it. Which is such a weird thing they brought into this. Dude, fuck's sake! The first episode starts with Monet being like, "Oh, those fucking sky bees! You fucking water breathers!"
They drop that trait kind of early on of like, "Oh yeah," I guess
and then they bring it up like 30 episodes later. But it's such a weird thing to bring up. Like, why are they racist?
I don't know.
It is.
Aren't they all like? Honestly, the entire premise of them being guardian angels is weird.
The literal angels from heaven would be racist, but I guess they are.
So wait a minute, they are angels.
Those fucking mudfuckers.
They're like the Christian heaven, like that type of heaven.
Phil, they had fucking angel wings and everything.
Yeah,
I mean, it's.
I'm gonna say that.
Wait. Does that mean that Master Header is God? Does that mean?
Yes. Phil.
Wait.
Yes.
You like they made that fucking very clear that he's God.
He is literal God.
My brain is getting fried now.
But no,
look, we need to structure this in a way that's gonna make sense, okay? Because again, we've already established the characters don't matter because there really is no character at all here. There really isn't besides Alata, who's kind of a
one
fucking
character, but he's not a hero.
Even then,
and that's the funny thing too is like again like the episodes are written in the way that like oh this character has this personality and this character does too, but then they don't have that personality, so the plots don't fucking make any sense at all. Ironically, again, Gosei Knight having no personality makes his the most enjoyable because they keep trying to do the standard Sixth Ranger plots of Sixth Ranger works with Blank Ranger to, solve a problem, and Sixth Ranger learns their lesson about working with the team, and, Blank Ranger learns this other lesson, but Gosei Knight doesn't have a fucking personality because he's a robot, and he doesn't give a shit because he only cares about his mission to kill all monsters. So you'll get the fucking plot with one of the Rangers having, like, an emotional breakdown, or they'll try to be teaching him a moral lesson, and he'll just be like, okay, and who gives a shit? That's not my problem.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't care.
I am a literal fucking header that becomes a robot through the earth. What the fuck are you?
He is a robot. He is a header.
He is a Gosei Knight. But no, yeah, he'll be involved in these plots, but like he doesn't care, and he openly doesn't care. So the plots are that much more enjoyable because you have one character with no clear personality trying to teach themselves a lesson that they're not going to remember. And then you have another character who openly doesn't give a shit about the plot and doesn't learn anything anyways because he wasn't paying attention.
No.
I think I think the funniest one, again, we mentioned it earlier, where he has the episode with Agri where Agri realizes that he doesn't have any fucking personality and he brings nothing to the team at all and he is just a waste of space. And he has this emotional breakdown with Goseiger. It's like, what do I contribute to the team? What's my role here? And Goseiger's like, who fucking cares? Get off your ass and let's kill some monsters already, you sad sack piece of shit.
I love that. I love that part.
That episode's so good because
It is.
he's literally just like, who gives a shit about your problems? We have monsters to fight.
Ghost is like, dude, I get paid by the monster. Get the fuck up.
Because like again, you like it's leading up to that moment where like the Sixth Ranger finally has that like breakdown where they realize they actually care about the team and they help him learn a lesson, but nobody's learned a lesson at all, so he just doesn't fucking care.
But they never learn.
But see, that's the problem. Is the fact that you mix that with the ever-changing personalities of the Goseigers, to their ever-changing dynamic with each other, to the episode plots not mattering, to the main plot not actually being anything because they changed it 3 fucking times. Well, 4 fucking times. And it's all comes into like, well, what the fuck are we doing here?
That was the one I actually gave most of the focus to, and I was like, it got boring after a while. It really did, because they got their power-ups, and it's like, now they're unstoppable. They're literally this unstoppable force, but the writers always got to find a way, or at least try to find a way, to make sure that stuff is redundant. And it's like, you can't do that. It doesn't make sense. They literally have a power-up that is literally the most powerful, that literally says in the episode, you're afraid because you're too strong. It's like,
honestly, what this Sentai does, and Jay knows it the most because I complain about this a lot with Sentai when it does it wrong, is that it ends 3 fucking times. No, well, it ends 4 fucking times.
It does,
and it doesn't need to do that. And this time, when it ends, they make it with such a finality where I'm just like, all right, then end it. Don't waste my time. Just end it. Let's go home.
Like,
let's stop right now. Just go home.
It's not quite the same problem we had with Geki Ranger, where Geki Ranger tries to do segmented story arcs, but segmented story arcs don't work in a 50-episode show, especially if you're doing them like 12, 13 episodes in a row.
So
you have a clear story arc, and you have the characters kind of build up to a point, and then you have the big climactic show off where, oh, they finally reach their peak power, but then the show still has a bunch of episodes left to go, so we just keep doing it over and over again.
That's the problem with Geki Ranger.
But at least with Geki Ranger, you have the same cast the entire way through, so you don't have the same repeated arcs with we don't kill off Leo at the end of episode 13. Leo stays around until the end of the show, so we don't have to repeat the entire 13 episodes over again every single time. Yeah. Goseiger, on the other hand, we kill off all of our main villains we've introduced 15 episodes in, but we still have 40 fucking episodes to go. So now here's a new group of villains that we need to spend 14 episodes building up to, and then now they're dead again. And let's do that a third time, and now they're dead again.
And then we finally get our real main villain, but at that point it's just like,
but by that point,
go
1,
home.
We've kind of all stopped caring.
Yeah.
And 2, there's only 5 episodes left.
I stopped caring when we went to the fucking HQ of Lightspeed Rescue. I'll be honest.
Yeah, that
when I saw that shit, I was just like, I'm done.
That's when it starts to just be like, okay, we're just fucking killing time.
By that point, you guys told me just skip over this one.
We just, like, fucking Phil just skipped most of the Mentrentis arcs.
Yeah, Mentrentis. That. Oh my god, that's what they're called. Like I did go back to the Gosei Wonder episode just to see the damn mecha. It's like, it wasn't even worth it.
I posted a picture.
No, we told you it wasn't worth it. You still did it.
And also, that was the closest thing to seeing Nozumu's mother, but we never actually see her in the show. So that was
I fucking love that episode where they do the child sidekick's mother shows up, but they never actually have the mother show up.
What happened to his mother, though? Like, why did she leave?
I don't know.
Like, that's the thing.
She's just stupid, I guess.
Because his dad's fat. No, there you go. That's my reason.
His dad's fat and not funny.
Not funny, annoying. I hated him.
Yeah, he was annoying. He honestly was.
Look, the biggest problem with this show is the fact that as the 50 episodes are used so fucking poorly, because every single time they reset to a new villain faction, you just keep thinking to yourself, I know for a fact the writer legitimately did not plan for this. He did not plan for this ahead. He did not write an outline for this. He did not have anything planned for this. He's just doing it because, fuck me, I gotta do this. I have nothing else for it.
How much you want to bet that that the writer actually only planned around the final arc, but then realized he had all these other episodes that he needed to that he had left, so he just made it padding.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that's ever happened in fiction. But no, the problem with the multiple villain groups is you miss the key point of having multiple villain groups, because compared to the Sentai that did it immediately before that was Bokenger, which had, I think, like
four,
5 villain groups.
No, it had 4. It was the Questers, the Braj,
the lava guys, the ice guys, the ninja guys, and then the robot furries.
Yeah. Them.
So the thing when you have multiple villain groups is that every villain has their own motive. You have multiple villains all vying for a similar goal but different motives. So the key thing of having a multiple villain groups is you can have them either working together to fight the heroes or have them fighting against each other and causing problems. And that's what you use multiple villain groups for, is having multiple dynamics to tell your story. When you introduce a new villain group and then kill them off and then replace them with a new villain group and then keep doing that, you're just wasting everybody's time. Because now you have to spend the time reestablishing your villains, reestablishing their motives, explaining what their fucking end goal is over and over and over again, when you could be using that time to use the villains you already had, further their goals, shake up the plot and the status quo by introducing the new villains and explaining how that affects everybody's dynamics. But you don't do it. And for fuck's sakes, even fucking Megaforce did that. Megaforce had all the villains live at the same time, and they managed to make that work, even though it's fucking impossible using stock footage. Yes, they actually
made it work better than this.
They actually did, in fact, have all. Well,
I know that they had all the arcs, but I didn't think that they would actually do it very cohesively.
I mean, it was 20,
okay. They did it
20
better
episodes,
than this,
and it was not very cohesive because it was a terribly written show.
But I do get.
But they still managed to make it work.
I do get what you're saying with the whole establishing the characters and whatnot with the multiple factions, because what was the name of the underwater robot guys again?
Metrintus.
Robogrog.
We had the War Star, which were the alien bugs.
The
Uma beasts, which were the weird slime monster guys.
And the Metrintus.
And then the Metrintus, which were the robot dudes.
Like there was, I remember with Metal Alice, there was a sudden rivalry with her and Gosei Knight, and I asked you guys, like, why did they have this rivalry? And you couldn't answer it.
Mm-hmm.
And
they just kind of do.
Like if they had been established early on, like when the Uma had actually come around and it had been spread out, it would have made a little more sense. But
see, the thing is, like, they introduce all these villains saying that they've been around forever and ever and ever and ever. And then like and then even some of the Goseigers are like, oh, there's like sayings of these people, like fucking Master Header or whatever the fuck his name is. Like he'll be like, oh yeah, they've been around forever and ever and ever. But it's like, okay, if that's true, then that least
excuse to explain why he doesn't fucking know who they are or what their MacGuffins are, because
like
sorry
with
guys,
Knight,
I know I'm God and I'm fucking omnipotent and all knowing, but I don't know that, guys. Sorry, you just have to figure it out.
Jay,
like with Gosei Knight, right? Like you could have at least said with Gosei Knight, like, oh, I remember her. She was on the front lines with War Star at one point. Like just conveniently there. At least that would have made some explanation.
Remember, there was an episode with one of the Uma beasts. It was I don't remember its name, but its title was the Nessie. Yes, the Nessie.
The Loch Ness Monster one.
He had a genuine rivalry with that one because that was the monster that actually beat him when he was still Grandion. So there was at least some, meaning behind it. Metal Alice, on the other hand, nothing. Just nothing. It's just, okay, they're robots, and one fights for one faction, the other fights for another, and that's about it.
And see, look, there's nothing wrong with having multiple villain groups and not having them work together. That's fine. But in a 50-episode show, you can't really do that because you don't have enough. It'd be like, immediate comparison, it'd be like if in Dragon Ball Z, you had the Saiyan Saga, everything in Namek, and all of the Cell Saga told within, like, 40 episodes. You would have no fucking clue what's going on, because you only have 12 episodes for each arc to establish your villains, explain their motives, explain what the fuck is going on. It'd be like if you had again, it's like if you introduced Frieza in episode, like, 13, and then Goku going Super Saiyan and beating him is episode 25. Like,
honestly,
there's barely any fucking time to explain who the hell he is.
That's a really good way to explain it.
Why we're supposed to care about him, what his personality is, what his motives are, why he's even fucking doing anything he's doing. And that's the problem the show has, is that we introduce our villains, and we're not given any time to explain what their personalities are, or what their motives are, or why they are even here on fucking Earth to begin with.
Why they even want to kill the Earth?
Well,
Exactly.
Uma at least has
What
a
the
reason.
fuck? Like, what the fuck are the war? Why the fuck do the War Star want to blow up Earth? They just do, I guess, because they're evil aliens. I mean, sure, that's a motive, I guess, is because we're evil. I mean, okay, we get told later on that that Blade Run summoned them to Earth because wibbly wobbly time bullshit. But
Yep.
like, why are they even here? What do they gain from blowing up Earth?
We don't know.
What do they gain for all these plans? Like, they don't have any fucking motive to be here. They're just here to fucking blow up Earth, I guess. And we don't
see that only gets less and less, like, it only becomes less and less of a thing the more you go on with each villain. Like, I legitimately, why did Robogog want to actually destroy the Earth? I don't even remember.
because he's an asshole, I guess.
Yeah, I guess because he's an asshole.
He's an egotist, but then again, I'm not the best one to know about Robogog because I skipped most of his episodes.
Well, no, but
don't
no,
worry,
but see, the
you
thing
didn't
is, like,
fucking miss anything.
Exactly.
with him.
well, again, look, if you want to, like, just have if you just want to have the thing of they're just assholes, fine, that can work in a Sentai. That's fine. That's perfectly
Exactly.
fine.
This
They've done
shit
that
ain't
before.
high art. You can just have a villain who's evil to be evil. You know.
That's fine, but at least make sense of it. At least
give
say
them a
that.
reason why. Like, here's the thing. It's the same problem with Kyoryuger, where I don't give a shit about your villains because, one, they don't have any personality, and two, they don't have any fucking motive to be here. Like, what the fuck is Bondsdrake's plan? Why does he want to blow up Earth? What's his personality beyond I am evil alien overlord? Like, they introduce him being, like, besties with Daraptor after Daraptor's already fucking dead, so it doesn't matter. Like, they do the same thing again with the Uma Beasts, where they introduce Kingon and McQueen being, like, super duper besties, but that's after one of them's already fucking dead, so it doesn't matter.
Wait, his name is McQueen? Like
McQueen.
Steve McQueen?
Yes.
No, not like Steve McQueen. It's like the movie The Blob. No, that doesn't fucking make any sense to an English-speaking speaker.
Yeah, it
No.
doesn't, because
Because here, okay, so let's. We were gonna get to this eventually.
well,
This show has some of the shittiest references I've ever seen. Like, look, every single monster in this show, every single monster's name is a reference to a movie. Most of them are completely incoherent to an English-speaking viewer, which, okay, sure, fair enough. It wasn't made for us. But at the same time, the other half are fucking incomprehensible to a Japanese viewer because they're either so horribly, like, anagrammed you can't understand it unless you look it up, or two, nothing about their powers or their scheme or anything relates to the reference.
Well, like, I still remember the one that you showed me, the one that's apparently supposed to be a reference to Crank. I'm like, where the fuck is
wait,
that?
Crank-
Like, I watched
the
that
movie?
episode and, like, that one was about, like, okay, the plot of that episode was he was tricking people into wearing bracelets because it was going to make them slimmer, but if they got too mad, they turned into statues, which kind of vaguely is related,
Is it?
sort of the plot
Is
to
it?
Crank, because if he got to something or other, he died.
Is it though?
No,
Like,
it's not at all.
wait,
It's
the
like
Jason Statham.
first, it's
Crank?
more. Yes, the Jason
Yes.
Oh
Statham
my
movie.
god!
But it's like, first and foremost, that's a fucking Golgom plot. Oh, we have a fucking bracelet that's tricking people into thinking it's fitness related, but actually it kills them. But only if under certain criteria, and also I'm not doing anything to actually influence it, and also I'm just going to immediately reveal that I'm a monster behind it because we're fucking stupid.
But see, and this is just the fucking problem with the entire show. It's just like, honestly, there was a certain point where I was watching and I just stopped caring. Like, all these plots, just as dumb as they could be and as kooky as they could be, I didn't fucking care. I didn't care because this show was so fucking boring.
Like, the only villain that I care about, ironically, because he's the only villain who has any personality, motive, and also has enough screen time to fully develop him, was Blade Run.
Or Braja.
And that's because Run. Nobody gives a shit about Bobo Brazil. His name is Blade Run.
His name is Blade Run, or Bajira,
what's his real name?
A.k.a. Camille, a.k.a.
Bobo Brazil.
Braja is Brazil?
As in the Terry Pratchett.
The Terry
film. Yes, keep up.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my god, that went over my fucking head.
I'm not
How?
surprised.
His name is literally Brazil. Brazil.
I thought it was Braja. Oh god.
What, do you need me to tell you what Back to Future was too?
Back to Future, it was
do I need to tell you what Robogog is supposed to be, Phil?
What's Robogog? Oh god.
RoboCop, dipshit.
He is a robot.
Figured,
he is a god. He is a robo-god.
I figured out his fucking headers names easier than I did with those.
Yeah, and that's because they were the fucking...
And I know what
they
are.
were the
Chronicles
laziest
of Narnia,
ones.
Harry Potter, and the Lord of the Rings.
And then what about the other one?
Dark Robo Knight.
No, there was he didn't he have four?
No, there was Dark Robo Knight.
No, that's right. It had two heads. I thought
Lord of the It was Lord of the Ring, Chronica Nana, and Betty Potter.
Barry Pooter?
I don't remember that one. That was Harry Potter.
That sounds like a That sounds like a Mad Magazine parody.
I don't know what it is.
Barry Pooter.
I'm looking it up.
Barry Pooter.
But like that's the thing is that like, not half of them are references just for the sake of references, and like, they're not clever. Like, I get it. Like, sure, fine, you can have a shitty reference. We can't all be Deca Ranger have super big brain references here. I get it, but
oh god, it is Bajira.
Like, what the like, Mons Drake? Tell me what the fuck his name is supposed to be a reference to without looking.
Oh, well, see, that's the problem, is because some of them are also in their Japanese names too, so I wouldn't even fucking know.
It's Star Trek, exactly. Like,
oh, that's right, that was Star Trek, which doesn't make sense.
What the fuck of his design, his motivation or personality relates to fucking Star Trek?
He only gets worse as it goes along, which is kind of like Star Trek.
That's
oh!
Okay. That's exactly the thing, is that like, the references don't add to the fucking plot. Like, when fucking Deca Ranger has the character be an obvious reference, at least the plot revolves around it. Like, fuck's sakes, Arakawa didn't write a monster whose name was Tyler Durden and then not have them in a Fight Club themed episode. If he did he'd look like a fucking moron.
The only one I know, the only monster that was named after a movie that actually related to the plot was Back to Future, because it was time travel.
I mean, there were
a
couple, but they were so like tangential.
So here are
there was
names.
Targate, and his power was that he created wormholes because he's named after Stargate.
Okay,
sure,
dude, you might as well just call them like Fargate after that Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode.
It
is a Fargate.
It's totally different from that movie, which I have never seen.
We'll give it a mohawk and a wheelchair if that helps.
Yeah, exactly.
Bariboru Dada of the universe header. That's one of Harry Potter.
Don't even try, dude. Don't even try, Phil, because it doesn't matter.
Ro'ozauri of the Hydrapan header, which is Lord of the Ring, and
that just sounds racist.
Well, then again, this was the translation from the subs we had. It's Namonogatari. I don't get. I think it's that one's.
That was another thing. I kind of like, minor complaint. Like, I appreciate that the MFC bothered to rewrite the monster names to try to make the references make sense, but on the other hand, like, why fucking bother? Because even your translations don't make the references make any goddamn sense.
Exactly.
And that only makes the problem worse, is that like, if you need to change part of the show to make your reference make sense, like, you've made a bad reference. So
can I just mention one thing? them being angels doesn't mean a fucking thing in the show, because nothing that they do is technically angelic, and nothing that they do even comes remotely close to what they're referencing. The only time they do anything remotely angelic is when they grow wings for no fucking reason. Because, hey, they're angels. I guess they have them now. They fly now.
They fly now?
They fly now.
I fucking hate that is actually relevant.
He can fly. They can fly.
Right? They fly now?
Oh,
You can fly. You can fly. You can fly.
You know
this
what?
is gonna
Actually,
I'm sorry for everybody at home listening to this episode because it's almost as coherent as an episode of Ghost.
No, but see but that's the problem, Jay. Jay, that's the problem is the fact that there's no cohesion in this show. So no matter how we try and structure this, we literally could try and do our normal structure of, characters, story, random stuff there. But there's nothing.
Well, we can't.
Like Phil can literally talk like for 40 minutes about the angel things because that's the problem.
No.
He can talk about it because it doesn't make sense in the show
all I
anyways.
was-
So who fucking cares?
All I was just gonna say was, if they wanted to actually make them angels, like guardian angels, like it's supposed to be translated, why not have them do stuff that like guardian angels do? Like, like It's a Wonder,
Exactly.
like Clarence from It's a Wonderful Life. Help somebody through that. At least something would have been done. Actually, you know what? Have the monsters be a part of whoever they're guarding over for that episode, and have them help them through it like a guardian should.
Oh yeah. Have the monster be some kind of like phantom that they need to magically exercise,
yeah,
wizards.
like you have
I
to.
don't know.
Oh, dude, I don't know,
a great
man.
idea, Phil. I don't know why they didn't do that.
And maybe make Gosei Knight a kind of bestial
Yeah,
person
like
I
the
get
fact that
it.
he's a lion,
I
make him
get
more
it.
beastly, yeah.
who eats the monsters.
Do you get it, Phil?
I get it. It's wizard. I get it. Also, I just figured this out.
But see, that's the problem.
figured this
Well,
out.
that's the problem,
If-
Phil. Is that
If Master Header is God, does that make Brigier? Does that make? Okay, I'm gonna say Blade Run now. Does that make Blade Run?
yes, it's Lucifer.
Yes. Bajheera is very obviously supposed to be Satan here. Like, I get it. He's literally
Actually,
a fallen
if you,
angel who wants to destroy the world because he wants to remake it in his own evil image.
Actually, if you want to be theologically technical, Lucifer was never set in the Bible.
Well, if you want to be you can suck my dick.
Well, apparently, in some readings, Satan and Lucifer are two different beings. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they are.
Man,
Yeah.
Look,
the Bible
the
fandom
point
is
of
really going to be
Anthony
heated
books,
at this discussion.
Even the incarnations of immortality books, with their incarnation of evil, one of them was Satan, and the other one is, and then his successor is Lucifer. They literally.
But see, that's the point. Like the angel thing doesn't really fucking matter. Like it's literally just. Like, yeah, you know what? Fine. You want to fucking go that route, whatever. You can say, oh, well, the Gokaiger, the pirate thing. At least there were more piratey in Gokaiger than there were angels in Goseiger. Like, you know what? We joke around with Phil's thing about, like, that making them literal guardian angels, but at least that would have made fucking sense. At least that would have given them something.
The premise and the theming as more than set dressing. Because, like...
Well, it wasn't even set dressing because... Again, what did they do that was angelic?
Nothing.
What did they do that actually? And I usually don't even get mad about like the themes of the show, like the motif of Sentai's, because usually they don't fucking matter anyways. But like when you give me a show like this that has literally nothing, at least make the angel part interesting. The most that they had was there's angelic tribes and they all go to their skybox in the sky watching people fuck around and they have tribes and shit like that. And it's like. Can we see that?
I think it's worse.
Can we have a
because,
fucking flashback to that?
They do the Sentai thing where, here's some random asshole that we just happen to be helping for absolutely no good reason, and there's no good reason for why they're fucking here or helping them. Like, if you do it as, this was my ward as a guardian angel or whatever the fuck, this was my task or something. It's like, or I was friends with this guy and I'm doing it for him or blah blah blah. At least do something with that and to excuse the fact that they're just randomly helping random assholes for no good reason. Or it's like, or have it be like little Timmy gets his wings or whatever the fuck from It's a Wonderful Life. We need to help X amount of people and then we can be real angels. Like, okay, sure.
Well, see, you know what? I was gonna say this. I was gonna say, shit. Like the fact that they're. You could even say it like this. Okay, they're apprentice angels. They technically don't have their powers. They're technically not full angels. They're more human than angel at this point, so they have to, earn that right for their wings. They literally, like Jay said, earn your fucking wings. But they throw that out the window with Eri's fucking Song of fucking Life. Her fucking drum solo of life bullshit over here.
Yeah,
like,
when a lot
when they bring that
Super Saiyan or
when fucking a lot of will go Super Saiyan. Like, when they bring that shit in, it's like, okay, so I guess that's out the window because that doesn't... Or when they just turn invisible because fuck you. That's why.
Yeah, like, that's another thing is they introduced the fact that, we can turn invisible and hide from humans, except they just, like, they fucking forget about it most of the time when it's the most convenient. Like, oh, boy, we need to do this stealthily. If only we could fucking turn invisible.
Oh, wait. There's literally a card that can do that. It's called
camouflage. They only remembered they could fucking turn invisible in... the shitty romance episode when it wasn't necessary.
Jay, there's literally a card that Hyde uses all the time that literally changes them into another form.
But see, that's the problem is that, like, and again, this is kind of the same trap I fell into with Wizard. When you have a show that's this boring, has nothing happening in it, I'm sorry, but eventually I'm going to have to find something to entertain myself, and the only thing I could find to entertain myself was questioning how the fucking powers in this show worked. It's not, is it mana? Is it just god powers? Or if they're gods, or at least if not gods, demigods, then why are they even fucking bothering with the villains? Just go, hey god, smite them. Okay. Oh wait, they're dead. All right, cool.
No, Master Head.
Yeah, Master Head's the fucking worst god I've ever seen. Like, he can't fucking do anything. I know. He the only thing he actually
can't hurt.
kills him. Like, oh man,
it's like,
he's a really fucking impressive god. Thanks.
It's like, hey, it's like, hey, Master Header, can you help us with this villain? No. Why? I'm tired. Fuck you.
No, AJ, I'll tell you.
I literally created the universe in 7 days. Let me.
Ostrich.
Look, you know what? I sympathize with Master Header. You know, you make the earth and the universe in 7 days. I'd be fucking tired too. Fuck off, you bastards. You do your work. I
mean, I guess he did because the Gosei Knight's older than him somehow.
Wait, how is
that's
Knight
right.
older than him? Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know. Like
they actually said
they introduced that as a constant of like, oh, Master Head or
Master Head.
That's not his name, and you assholes got me doing it now. Master Head is only like 10,000 years old, but there were still angels and Goseigers before him. So what the fuck?
Unless he's like Master Head 2 or 4.
Unless this is like full biblical rules where humanity only existed and when God created the earth directly and everything else it was just like primordial bullshit. But that doesn't fucking make any sense either.
Does that make Gosei Knight like older than time immemorial?
I guess.
But that doesn't make any sense because I mean, I haven't read the Bible in a long time, but God created form and matter and everything in the 7 days. There was nothing living. There was basically just
it's Gosei Knight. Don't worry about it.
So wait, does that mean
in the beginning there was Gosei Knight, and then there was and then
God
there was
also God and his roommate Chun. So does that mean
I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I would love to see that fucking. I would love to see that conversation. Just Gosei Knight, just like T-posing and floating around.
he's just fucking floating around. It's like, boy, I can't wait till things exist so I can kill them.
And then Master Hair just pops into existence like, hey, what's up?
Hey.
He's like, hey, bro,
Big bang!
So kill it.
Oh, dude, it's like that. It's like that scene from like Family Guy where he's with his roommate.
That's what I
and
just
just arm wrestling.
Yeah, Phil was just doing.
Oh, did he? I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I'm betting. So wait, does that mean that Gosei Knight is charged?
Dude, that would be the funniest shit. Just imagining that.
I would watch that.
I would love
that
to see
sounds
that.
hilarious. You know what? I might actually just have to edit that. I actually have to do that.
But wait a minute. Wait, one thing with the tribes I gotta ask. What tribe was Blade Run from?
All of them.
I want to say he was a Landic because remember one of the angels
he was a
absorbed
dick.
was blue, so I'm assuming that was a Seik. It's the girl he absorbed. She had a white light. I couldn't tell. I'm assuming considering the white drill was a Skyke. Also, I assumed he's a Landic because he's kind of boastful about everything and. Agri and Monet
here's the thing.
Very boastful about being Landics.
All right. Well, here's the thing about that. I think, and this is just from the show and how they're making it sound, I don't think he had an ick. I think he just was.
Oh.
Because he's apparently the most powerful fucking boo boo bee bee baba whatever angel that they've ever had. So I think he just was. He was like the fucking Avatar.
Bajiro was just so badass. He didn't even have a tribe. He just kind of was there. Yeah.
Well, see, it would make sense because, again, they never say it in the show. I know, but like at least it would make sense because he's so fucking old and blah 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 blah. Like he's one of the oldest, most powerful angels around. Maybe he was around before tribes were even a fucking thing.
Well, I don't know. Well, if we're going off of the biblical sense of it, and he's being the analogous to Lucifer, that means that he had to have been created at the same time as the angels did. He had to be there because remember, God loved Lucifer more than any other until humanity came along, and he was jealous. So
that would make sense.
But it really doesn't, because then was Master Header? Was this like was he older than that? Also, remember he went through time, and because he went through time, he ended up turning into what he looks like now. He used to be human, or at least angel looking, but he became more monstrous. And oh my god, I'm putting too much thought into this, aren't I?
But that's the problem. When you don't explain shit, this is where your mind goes. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I literally hate to bring this guy up. But like it's like when I used to watch Spoonie back in the day, where like he would just like have these random tangents about fucking anything, and it's like, oh yeah, when you're that fucking bored, of course your brain just does that. It's like what happened to me with Wizard. Like my brain started just questioning every single ounce of what mana was and how the magic in the show works. Same thing with this. My brain was just like, so does that mean God is just like a title passed down, like Master Head is just a title that's passed down?
Is that like Master
Does that mean like the tribes were just like a recent thing? Is racism like something that Master Head did himself? Because if that's true, I mean, fucking forget Master Head. He's the Grand Wizard at that point. But like, it's just that thing where I'm just like, actually, why wasn't there a Grand Wizard and Wizard? Never mind. Anyways, but like,
because
like it just makes you think.
I mean, there was a white wizard. I guess that's kind of close.
White power, I guess. But like, it just makes my brain kind of just go all around where I'm just like, there's nothing in the show for me to grasp. I have to grasp at literally nothing at this point where I'm just like, all right, let me just do this. That's all I had. That's all I fucking had. What else was there?
I mean, here's the thing. Like, when Blade One reveals his real identity, the show actually becomes kind of watchable because once he takes center stage as villain, I actually care because Bajiro has a clearly defined motive and he has a personality, and I understand who he is as a character, so I give a shit when he's talking about all this bullshit about time travel and Manakamatachi and all this other shit. Like, okay, I understand where he's coming from because I've already spent 30 fucking episodes with him, so I'm not grasping at straws to understand what the fuck he's talking about. But then it comes 46 fucking episodes into the show, and there's no time to really let him shine as the main villain. And then the rest of it is spent with, we're still doing the fucking Ranger conflict plots. And then there's the whole thing with Gosei Knight's heel turn, which goes nowhere and was so uninteresting. I legitimately forgot that he was evil for like 2 of the 4 episodes.
That's another thing.
Apparently
he was Bajiro's header. I'm like, how does that even work?
They don't really do anything with that, where Gosei Knight and Grandion was Bajiro's partner, and like there's a one-off line where he reveals it, and then he brainwashes Gosei Knight, and then they don't do anything else with it after he turns good again.
Also, I'm sorry to say, but Gosei Knight, bud, bro, compadre, how the fuck did you not recognize Blade Run? How did you not recognize this guy at all? Like, every single time he changed costumes, he looked the exact same fucking... Like, the exact fucking thing.
I know, right? He
Are you that
stupid?
stupid?
Every time, basically.
Literally, he just put on... Like, it's like just putting on glasses, like a Groucho Marx glasses.
I mean, when you get to the fucking clip show, and they're running off to go kick his ass, and he reveals it, there's that implication that Gosei Knight kind of already figured it out, because he's like, let those assholes figure it out on their own, all right? But then, like
Gosei Knight, you don't think this would be a good thing to tell someone?
You don't think that maybe you should mention the fact that Blade Run is a fucking fallen angel and he has all of their powers combined, any fucking point before he enacts literally Doomsday Plot version 4.0 because they already did 3 times before that.
But how would that save the Earth?
Again.
Exactly.
But see, it all comes down to the fact that, one, nothing else happened in the show, so of course you're going to automatically just gravitate to Blade Run because, oh shit, he's the only one who has any sort of initiative.
He's the only one with any staying power because he's the only one who doesn't die every other episode.
Well, except when they.
He
except
keeps
when he
dying.
dies and then just gets better because he's.
He literally. I mean, that's Blade Run in general. He dies, but then he just gets better every
I
time.
don't think he died with when he was Blade Run of the Comet. I don't think he died, and then when he became Blade Run of the Chupacabra. I know that as Chupacabra, King Gong basically threw him in front of the damn blast, and then just gave him his own bugs. But then, how did they bring him? How did Robocog bring him back? Oh, good God, I'm overthinking it again, aren't I?
But again, Phil, this isn't overthinking it because the show itself gives you these. It's like overthinking it would be like, what kind of fuel does Blade run on when he's in Cyborg? That's overthinking it. This is literally just the show does not want to explain it to you, and your brain is like, no, you better explain this to me because if not, you're just fucking with me at this point.
This is the same show that had an episode where 4 of them go to the beach, and the monster's plot is, oh, I'm gonna make everybody so overheated that they're gonna blast their air conditioners and do that. And he picks the town that actually openly does not use stuff that will pollute the air. Surprisingly, also it's a coastal town.
Yeah, that was another thing. Is like the show had an environmentalist plot for like 10 episodes and then they forgot about it. Like,
well, you can't be environmentalist in Tokyo.
Oh, you can't.
I mean, look, like fucking I'm pretty sure Ginga Man had an environmentalist plot. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while.
I know that Juku Bee Fighter did.
But like they introduced it, like there's like a one line early on where you have Hyde staring at the ocean and he's like, oh, the water's so dirty, and then they fucking forget about any kind of environmentalist thing until the Uma Beasts show up, who want to pollute the earth because, I mean, okay, at least they have a reason to, because it makes them more powerful, but why do they want to take over the earth?
Science!
Because evil, I guess, alright.
Because we're assholes.
Because we're assholes, sure. But then, like, half of their plots don't have anything to do with pollution. The other half are just like, we're gonna fucking do something evil, like they kidnap Gosei Knight, and they try to drain his power to turn humans into silly like goo. What the fuck does the goo do again? I think it smelled bad.
Stinky.
Like, okay, what do you accomplish?
Stinky.
Would it just be easier to fucking kill them? To like just murder them full on?
No, we gotta make it stinky.
Why stinky?
Like, that was another thing I kind of didn't like. Like, I knew they were gonna do it, but, like, I hate it when, like, they just have people get better in these shows again. Like,
oh, yes.
Like, especially in this show where, like, they fucking turn into statues and then disintegrate. Or they get melted. Or they're violently mulched or turned into like, mutate into the monsters. And then they just get better because the plot's over.
I've seen two.
I got better.
The last 2 Sentai's we've done have had monsters that affect people's relationships by making them too fucking desperate on one party. I really want to know what the fuck happened with those relationships, because now it's like, how are they going to explain that?
Yeah, they got better.
Really?
It's fine. They got better. It's fine.
Yeah, they just got better, you know?
It's fine. I mean, dude, it's like the same complaint I had earlier, which is like, have they not already seen the big, mega, super evil overlord dude on screen 3 fucking times? And there's just like,
okay,
AJ,
it's Tokyo.
I mean, look,
they're
like,
used to it.
It's weird because on one hand, the show has an excuse for why it would be normal for them to be reacting again, because they have the ability to wipe people's memory, even though they only do it like once every 10 episodes. But then at the other hand, like, everybody seems to remember that there are monsters still around, even though they keep getting their memories wiped. So what's the point of even having the memory wipe if they're not going to do it every episode, and 2, you're going to have everybody react like they aren't being mind wiped anyway.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's
You
fine,
know,
Jay.
in the words,
50 episodes, it's
of,
fine.
of Megaforce, I can't believe I'm actually saying this. Jay, it's far too complex for you to understand.
Yeah, it's fine, Jay. Just keep watching for 50 episodes. It's
There's
fine.
a simple explanation for that. I cannot believe I'm quoting stuff from a fucking Linkara episode. This is what you've done to me, Goseiger.
Like,
But like,
besides that, like, there's literally nothing else to talk about. It's like the show. Everything about it is boring. The way it's shot is boring. The way it's acted is boring. The way it's composed is boring. The fight scenes are boring. The fucking mech fights are boring. And usually,
there are fun fights sometimes.
Are there?
And fun,
Are
there
there?
are a couple of fun fights I
Some
can think
of them,
of.
yeah.
Like there are occasionally fun episodes. Like the Super Goseiger episode was fun, and you got a lot of fucking tanking the super weapon full force because he's just fuck you, which was fun. Like that was fun. His fight with Bajira at the end was fun because like stuff was happening, and like again, like that whole final arc, even though they wasted half of it on the boring monsters of the week, like it was fun. Stuff was happening. It was fun, but it's not worth sitting through nothing for 20 episodes at a time to get to the Super Goseiger fight.
You can literally skip over that stuff and just go straight to the last 5 episodes of the entire show. And this is talking from somebody who fell asleep through some of these episodes. That's how bad it was.
Like legit.
We all did. I'm falling asleep right now.
As am I.
Like legit. This is the same problem I had with Wizard. You could take every single episode or every single bit of the episodes that are important and just smush them together into a movie, maybe 2 movies, and that's it. You have your show. That's everything.
Well, here's one thing that Wizard did that Goseiger didn't. Wizard at least had Fortnite monsters, whereas basically like, every 2 weeks it would be like one monster and it would be the same one. Goseiger just uses them like fucking popcorn, like saying, "Oh, here this," and then guess what? They bring them back. They bring them all back, saying like, "Oh, they're ghosts or they're holograms." It's
like I'll give it to Wizard at least, where it's just like, you know, that's just common under style of doing it, and Sentai is literally just one and done villains. That's usually how they do it with this kind of stuff. But like even then, it's like you could still just take everything that's important with Goseiger, and there you go. You have like a 2.5 hour movie. That's it. That's all you needed. It's whatever. Or shit, even if you didn't want to do that, if you just want to condense every arc into, like, I don't know, a movie, it'd be like an hour and a half long. It's all you needed, really. Like, do you need 50 Like, that's the biggest problem with this show. 50 fucking episodes, dude. That's a fucking endurance, man.
And we didn't watch the movie. We did not watch Last Epic. Yeah, the movie. I am not watching whatever the title is because I'm not watching it for Gosei Wonder, which actually would have made more sense for them. Because why do the Sky tribes have mythical monsters and everybody and all the others just have regular plain old
racists?
Fuck you,
racist motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Racists.
They are. They are. Yeah.
They are. Skyax are racist bastards.
Yeah, at least the bird would have made sense. And apparently, Gosei Green's animal is the dolphin. And I'm like, why not make it like something else where it's its own mecha? If you ever wanted to bring it back,
why not make Gosei Green an actual fucking character?
Yeah.
That was another thing. Why introduce a Gosei green suit and then not use the suit?
It wasn't even a real suit. It was just the fucking Gosei blue suit, color shifted.
No. Apparently,
are you serious?
I'm serious. It's not even a real suit.
No, Jay. They apparently did have a suit, but it was so cruddily made that they couldn't use it.
It would have been embarrassing.
Oh, so it was like Gak's Rider-Man costume where it was just so shitty they couldn't even use it in a Tokusatsu movie.
That's amazing. They slap
impressive.
like a green They sound like they like slap a green decal on the Gosei blue suit and be like, "All right, just stay 50 feet away from the suit at all times. No close-ups.
Don't even point the camera directly at it. Just
look at his
have him in the
look at
corner
his
of the
boots.
shot the entire time."
but that's the thing. And we didn't watch the Last Epic. And we also didn't watch the Shinkenger crossover, which funny enough,
why the
Blade
fuck
Run
would I watch the Shinkenger?
Here's
crossover?
the funny thing: Blade Run has another form similar to his of the Comet and of the Chupacabra.
Shinken Blade Run.
And you know what it is? It's a mix with him and the villain.
It's just the fucking bad guy
from Shinkenger mixed with him.
Shinkenger, whose name I can't remember.
Dodecahedron or something. I don't know what his name is.
Dodecahedron.
I almost call him Xandrid because it's easier because at least
so there's two things. One, the appearance of Goseiger brings up a big problem of why can't the other angels just kind of like jump down if they can actually fly? Do they need the tower to come down?
Can't
they just fly down?
That it's like because like Masterhead says something like, we need to send you reinforcements. So I assume it's like a dimensional kind of like transportation kind of thing where they can't just fucking fly back up to heaven. They need to go through the tower because it's like an alternate dimension.
Okay, so that brings up another question then. Are these Goseigers literally the only ones that they fucking have on the planet?
They were training, that's why. They were.
I know, but like, are they literally the only ones there? Are you serious? Like, you have millions upon millions of angels for billions of people in the world, and you've only got 5?
That's the same excuse you have in other Sentai shows where like the Rangers are a part of like an extra interdimensional organization, or like they're just a specific segment. Like with like Deca Ranger, like. Why aren't there more than just 5 Deca Rangers on Earth, except for when there's more?
Yeah, but Deca Ranger actually did something.
Because that's the fucking plot. Because we can't have more than 5.
Yeah, but Deca Ranger actually did something
Don't
about
ask.
it. They actually brought in reinforcements sometimes.
You know what? That's true. Like again, Deca Ranger at least used that to its advantage and actually, did something with it.
Well, look again. At least with some of those shows, like with Crow-Uger, there's a reason why there's not more than 10. There's a reason why there's not more than 10. Okay, fine, granted. Good, fine, whatever. With Deca Ranger, there's an explanation why they at least bring him in sometimes. With Go Busters, there was also an explanation. With Geki Ranger at the same time, another explanation why there's not more. With this one, what's their explanation? Oh, they're trainees. That makes it even worse. It's like, bud, you got to send in the fucking C Squad for your bullshit, really? You got to do that? What are we, fucking SPD?
Yeah, but that was actually a good thing.
But like again, it was a thing of just like if you don't explain to me why you don't have more of these people, because I assume they're guardian angels, and as we all know, everyone has one. So wouldn't there be billions of these motherfuckers? I guess not.
You could easily say with Gosei Green, you don't even need it to be Magus. You could, because Magus is dead. You could have said, oh, he or she was another guardian angel training on another continent. And they came over. Who is also green? Yeah, and they become green.
Look, that's the thing. You don't even need to make a new suit. Just reuse the green. Be like, oh, fuck's sake, dude! We just finished Kyoryuger where they used fucking navy and blue at the same time.
Yeah,
this isn't hard.
You could also literally have an actual episode, even if it's only a little bit of Hyde getting used to a new partner, to a new Seek.
Or Phil, let's do what the last show did, and bring in someone to the same color. We know that they don't fucking care anyways. We had 2 Shinken Reds. Who fucking cares? Like literally, the last show had the same color twice. Who fucking cares, dude? The last show they did this, so there's no excuse why they couldn't do this now, because it just comes off as lazy. Because like. You have Gosei Knight, but like the fucking Goseiger suits are so easy to replicate anyways. Why not just make an actual green or I don't know, purple, orange, white? Helmet. Fuck, I'm surprised there's not a fucking white ranger in this show, given the fact that they're fucking they're like literal angels.
Wait, I was about to say Gosei Black, but I forgot there already was one.
Yeah, but
or Gosei Gold? I mean that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, they'd have to
make
weapons.
You know what? You could even say Gosei White is Pearl. Gosei Pearl. You know, the pearly gates. Makes fucking sense. Yeah.
Well, Pearl kind of has an off-white to it, but I get what you're saying.
But exactly. Like, you could just make an excuse of, hey, do we have these guys? And even if you want to say, like, oh, well, they got to make weapons, just give them a sword. Who fucking... Dude, did Kyoryu Violet have her own weapon? I don't remember.
Kyoryu Violet? No, she used the gun and sword together as in the shotgun
Exactly. So just do that. Just give him a sword. Give him a gun.
I will say...
Have him kick the bunches in the balls. Give him something.
I will say I am kind of smitten with the Gosei blasters. I am quite smitten with those guns.
Yeah, they're a little bland. I mean, they're kind of fun when they have the headers on them, but otherwise they're kind of lame.
I like
the suits are fucking bland too.
Okay, the suits, yeah.
I hate the suits. I hate them.
I'm partial to the Goseiger suits. They're very retro. They remind me of the Dynaman suits with the kind of like over vest, and then they have like the plain white bottom there.
No, you know what it is. It's the helmets are fine. It's just I'm sorry. And this got ruined for me when I saw them in Megaforce like years ago. They look like they're wearing long johns. That's what they look like. They're wearing long johns, and it looks weird.
I can kind of see that.
It's like you're wearing your underoos, really? You're just walking around in your underwear? Like, it just looks weird. Like, if they had a little bit more color down there, fine. But I just can't get over the underoos. It looks like long johns. It's just fucking weird to me.
I don't know what it is.
And the fact that they have colored boots just make them look more naked.
I don't know what it is about the helmets. Something about the helmets, like some of them are cool, but like Gosei Black is pretty cool, but the others just
they're fine.
Kind of bland a little bit. I mean, honestly, I only mentioned Black because he also has the coolest looking weapon. It's basically like an axe. It's basically a cool looking axe.
You know what? I feel like the helmets might have been a little bit better if the animals were their color and not black. You know what I mean? Like, make the main helmet a bit different, and then, like, the actual animals that cover the back and sides their actual color. Like, what was Gosei Red? Was a dragon, right?
I think. Dragon, I think, yeah.
Like, make the sides of his head, like, a red dragon. That would look a little bit better. It give him a bit more color, I guess.
Would have blended in, though, because the whole helmet's red.
Oh, they literally just said change the color of the helmet.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, what else is there really to fucking say?
AJ, you're going to have a Sentai Ranger whose helmet isn't their main color? What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
You know,
what are you, Gao? No, wait, no, Gao White was Gao White. I'm thinking something else. Never mind.
Gao White still technically counts as a Pink Ranger, so who fucking cares?
Really?
Yeah, and I mean, wasn't in Gokaiger she was apparently counted as a Pink Ranger.
I think so. I don't remember.
That doesn't make.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like how Change Mermaid and the fuck is the other girl one in Change Man? I don't remember. It's like how there's a Pink Ranger and a White Ranger, but since they use pink as in their opposite color as accents, they both look the fucking same.
Yeah. Besides that, what else is there to fucking say about this show? Like, literally, what else is there to say about it?
Nothing.
That's the problem. You know what? Fuck it. We'll get into the final thoughts now. Might as well, and I'll start again, like I did last week, because I hate this show. Yeah, I hate this show. You know what it is? It's not the fact that it's the worst show I've ever seen in my life. It really isn't. It's not bad. It's not even a bad show. It's just boring. And I'm sorry, but the 50 episode count pisses me off. It pisses me off because, one, that's way too long for any show, especially for a show like this. And two, you do nothing with it for so fucking long. And I've said it before, one of the worst things you can do with me for a show is waste my fucking time. And this show wasted my fucking time. And I fucking hated it. I didn't like any of the characters. I didn't care for any of the characters. None of them stood out to me. The suits were... The music was fucking bland, like cookie cutter generic bullshit. Gosei Knight, sure, whatever. But even then, he wasn't enough to save anything. The villain, sure, cool, it's Camille. I love Camille, you know. He becomes autistic at the end of Zeta. That's great. But, like, now it's like, who cares? I saw that twist coming from a mile away, and anyone who didn't, it's like White Wizard all over again. Like, come on, you could have seen that shit coming from a mile away. Very fucking obvious. Everything about it was just so fucking bland. Like, it felt like Toei looked at this show and just thought, nah, whatever. Shinkenji was popular enough. We don't really need to try. Like, there's so little that happened in the show, but it feels at the same time, it's like a safe show. Like, nothing about it is mind-boggling. Nothing about it is experimental, really. Nothing about it pushes the boundaries of what Sentai could be. Like,
it pushes the boundary of what watchable content should be.
And it's weird because, like, it's sandwiched between Gokaiger and Shinkenger. two shows that are usually regarded as either great or good. So it's like, what happened there? Like, really, what the fuck happened there? And I honestly recommend it. No, fuck no, never touch the show. If you actually value your time, don't watch this show. Never watch the show. Don't even humor it. Even if you're a completionist, dude, I'm sorry, don't fucking do it, dude. I would imagine you have better things to do than watch Goseiger. And that's for me. I'll give it to Jay.
I fucking was so bored watching the show. I legitimately could not tell you half of the things that happened in the show, because even when I was watching it, I wasn't paying attention because nothing interesting was happening. I don't care about any of the characters except for like Gosei Knight and Bajira. I don't care about their plots. I don't care about anything that's going on. The music's okay. The fight, like, occasionally there's a good fight, occasionally there's a good episode, but it's that same problem with like every bad show. Like, yeah, sure, this was a good episode. It's not worth watching every other fucking episode of the show to get to it. There is no, it's not even like mediocre, because I can't even, like, mediocre would imply there's at least things like good about it. It fucking exists. It barely exists, to be entirely honest.
Yeah.
It's just there. I cannot even fucking formulate any kind of answer about what I think about this show. It's that devoid of content.
Phil.
This show was boring. It made me do the two things I don't like doing. One is skipping multiple episodes just to get there. That was mostly my fault because I needed to catch up. But the other part was, there were times where I was actually skipping points in the episodes, like, just so that way I could get through it. It was dull. I would rather watch. That's why it took me so long to catch up, because I wanted to watch other things than this. It was bad. There were no characters. It was basically, oh, let's give a new power-up for this one. Too many fucking power-ups without trying to fucking earn them. It was, like Jay said, the only two characters that were good that I also cared about was Braja and Gosei Knight, because they at least had personalities. They at least had something. And at least when I was watching at the end with Braja, it felt like, oh, I'm watching a show. Too bad I wasted like a couple days of my life that I will never ever get back, because I had to watch this shit. And I was falling asleep through most of it. I didn't want to like catch up. I was like, do I really got to rewatch this? It was bad. It was mediocre. No wonder why nobody talks about it. It's just, I don't ever. I tried watching this in the past when I first watched, when I got into this stuff, and I couldn't finish it. I don't want to go back to the show ever again.
It sucks.
It does.
Bad.
Well, it very bad. Very bad.
Poopy.
How was the what's the line from Seinfeld? Very bad man. Very bad show.
Bad man.
Very bad man.
The only line from Seinfeld I know is the one where Kramer calls some guy the N-word.
No, Jay, that's from the reunion show.
It's true.
The reunion show that they're.
You know what's funny? You know what's really funny about? They did do a reunion show actually.
When?
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They did. It's great. Anyway, no, I was gonna say, you know what's funny about that, Jay, is that the other day, for no reason whatsoever, YouTube just decided to recommend me a video of that, like the actual live feed, like the actual camera phone of that.
I keep leaving my YouTube tabs on the channel, checking stuff, so that might have been me by accident somehow.
I don't know. It was weird.
I don't go out of my way. Like, usually it's like I click on a link. I'm looking at like fucking Ko or whatever, and I accidentally click a link to a video. Like, oh yeah, let me like this, and then I realized 10 minutes later I was on the fucking show's channel. I need to rush to delete it from the history because I've just liked something degenerate on our channel. I don't want you guys to see it. You wouldn't believe how many times that's happened in like the last 2 weeks. I've
I mean, I'm not
seriously,
gonna
like,
lie.
at least
Sometimes
10
I forget
times
I'm on
I've
the channel
accidentally,
too.
watched of like an hour worth of really fucked up, like not even like fucked up, like degenerate, like it's just like weird
Shit
cartoon
people shouldn't
shit.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. Like, it was so weird because like for no reason it just recommended that to me, and I'm just like, wait, what the fuck? What is this? And I watched it. I was like, oh, it's right. This is the exact moment Kramer's career died. Anyway, so let me actually spin this wheel. I didn't spin. I was so caught up in the conversation of Kramer saying the N-word.
So let's spin the wheel. We're not gonna fucking say anything. We're not gonna make any comments. We're not gonna fucking think about anything. We're just gonna wait and we're gonna see what fucking
Somebody's
pops
gonna
up.
pull a Ray. Somebody's gonna pull a Ray.
Actually, you know what?
Shut-
What I should do?
Shut up.
here?
Shut your fucking mouths.
Let me
Just
see.
wait.
Hold on. Spin behavior. Let's make the duration 5 seconds. All right. So then we can actually
Yeah,
count down.
let's make it longer. No, let's make it 3 fucking hours. All right. All right.
Our longest episode ever.
I'm trying to be good.
All right. So here we go. We're about.
Damn it! Fuck, Phil.
No, I didn't say that.
Why?
I didn't say. No, I didn't say that. I didn't
Yes,
say
you
You
did.
did
I
say
said I'm
something.
trying to be good. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying not to say anything.
You're on thin fucking
Oh.
ice, boy. I swear to fucking God. Can't do this anymore.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Shut up, all of you.
Spin the fucking wheel.
All right. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and does this come before? Or hold on, I want to make sure this is because if not, we're gonna have to do something we did last time. Hold on.
Oh, fuck.
Nah.
No, hold on. I just want to make sure this comes before or after. Okay, so we are. Let me just get the all snippy snips here. Jay can probably tell me where this goes. We are going back to Garo,
Yay.
Really?
and we are doing. Hold on. We are doing what's it called? Garo Yami, the one who shines in the darkness.
Oh, He Who Shines in the Dark? Okay.
Is that a movie?
That's a show.
Oh,
That was the 3rd season. That was the first in an alternate continuity, the Ryugaverse as it's called. So that Phil doesn't need to catch up if he doesn't want to. It's not necessary.
Yeah,
it's
this is
a
completely different.
Completely standalone, technically speaking. So we can just jump right into
so
it.
I don't need to watch Makai Senki just to catch up with this.
Well, you should
No.
probably watch it because it's good.
Well, I want to watch
and
Makai Senki.
He Who Shines in the Dark, I have not heard good things about.
Oh boy.
But-
Oh fuck, dude.
At least
Well,
it's short.
it is 23 episodes.
You sure about that?
25. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I was
two
about
off,
to say
whatever.
because
Whatever.
Wikipedia says otherwise, bro.
Well, I was gonna say I'm glad this is the I'm assuming this is the Ryugaverse.
Yes, this is the first.
Okay,
this is
because
his
it-
introduction.
Okay, because I was kind of freaked out because it said previous, and I see this fucking poster. Hold on, let me post it here. I see this fucking poster for the previous thing that came. No, not that. What the fuck? No.
Yeah, the poster was the wheel.
Here's the
God.
wheel. It was this. I see this, and I'm just like, oh, what the fuck?
What
Where does
the
this take
fuck?
place?
This looks like the.
Oh, that was a movie.
This looks like.
That was the movie after Makai
This looks like the
Senki.
poster.
yeah, that was
to-
like that was the Beast of the Demon Knight kind of thing.
That,
more or
that looks
less,
like the
for-
poster to Journey to the West 2, The Demons Strike Back.
What?
Yeah, it's a. I'll
Is,
send.
is that actually a
that's
thing?
a thing. I'll send it to you. I'll send you a link to the trailer.
Well, it's a good thing we landed on that because we could have landed on. Actually, you know what? Whatever we landed on was going to be whatever we landed on here or there would have been Garo. It would have been either He Who Shines in the Darkness, Makai no Hana, or Versus Road, or another one called Brave Storm. But Brave Storm's like a movie, so I don't really
Yeah,
count that.
Brave Storm's like a weirdo autistic crossover between Red Baron and Silver Mask.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
All I know
weird.
is that Shu Watanabe's in it, which is nice because he got a paycheck and he can eat again. But
This is it.
Oh, Jay.
Yeah, I had to bring it up.
Are you saying he's not? Are you saying he's not getting paid playing Pokemon?
No. In fact, I'm pretty sure that the episodes where he's just living in some kid's closet was just reality. He was just there.
Hey, I'm just glad he's doing good. I'm glad he's doing good. I like.
I mean, after dude, look. I already did not like Attack on Titan, and it just cemented my hatred for it with how bad they fucked him over with that movie. Like that movie just fucked him over so hard.
They fucking it still pisses me off because they had him in all of the advertising. They had a bunch of posters and they had him in all the press tours and everything with the cast. And then he's in one fucking scene where he has one line of dialogue and then the rest of his scene is him. I think he was making out with Yellowbuster, which I mean, hey.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
And then he fucking dies off screen.
And Yellowbuster's cute.
And then Yellowbuster dies
lame.
off screen too.
God damn.
It's just lame. It's just lame because the guy is actually a really good actor, and he's multi-talented. So just seeing him wasted like that, I'm just like, aw. It's kind of like the same way I felt for Kyoryu Blue when I looked up what he's been doing, and it's just like, don't.
Yeah, Kyoryu.
Though to be fair, he's been in a lot more. No, again, this is a weird thing about when you look up actors in Toku shows. You always have to really try hard because they usually don't list stage plays on Wikipedia or anything like that.
Oh.
But Dan's actor, he does a lot of theater.
Really?
Now.
Oh yeah.
Dan's actor does a lot of theater. Snipe's actor did a lot of theater before he was in that weird fucking whatever show that is about girly games where he's he looks like fucking Eraserhead. Who is the other one who does? The other one who does a lot of theater is it's Dan Snipes, Kyoryu Blue, Kyoryu Black does a lot of theater as well.
Really?
That's the thing for a lot of Tokusatsu actors do theater. A lot of them. I
wouldn't be surprised. I mean, literally, it's very theatrical. You have to, and then again, a lot of movie stars came from theater backgrounds.
I think the one that does the most, that's actually a very I don't know what the equivalent of Broadway in Japan is, but I think the one who does the most is I think it's Gokai Green's actor who does a lot of theater.
Oh yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff. I remember I saw him on Ninja Warrior once, which was fun.
Oh, that's true. I mean, then again, also Koto's on Ninja Warrior as well.
Yeah, he was.
But that guy's also a
Boken
fucking
Red
beast.
Was Ninja Black was. I think a couple others have been too.
I mean, hey,
I think the Boken Red
Warrior
one was fun because they did that in the English dub, and they were still calling him Boken Red, but they didn't explain the reference.
That's
we would have known it, but nobody else would have.
Yeah, that was the weird thing because they even had Dave Wittenberg explain who he was and everything, but you could still hear the announcer calling him Boken Red, and they translate it. I think he does the fucking pose and everything.
But then
awesome. They don't fucking they don't explain what the fuck Bokenger is. It's funny.
Look, you just know. If you're watching this, you know. Well, again, it's like Kota, but I mean, then again, Kota's a fucking beast,
He's
dude.
Also a dad.
That guy's legit. That guy's legitimately athletic. It's scary. It's too bad he wasn't in a better show. But
that's true.
Who knows? Maybe one
but
day.
again,
Maybe one day.
I mean, hey, you know what? If they ever get him into fucking Garo, that'd be kind of hilarious.
Oh, imagine him doing brooding stuff. Oh my god, he actually could pull it off probably.
But I mean, what has he done lately? Anyways, I actually don't know.
Well, remember,
has he been in any
now.
movies? I mean, if I remember correctly, Jay can correct me on this. If I remember correctly, I think he married a producer. I think so. It's kind of
familiar. I could.
It's. I was about to say this. I was about to say it sounds like Tendo's situation, but I don't think Kota's wife is as rich as him. But they're pretty rich anyways. She's a fucking producer. So I think he married a producer, so he doesn't really need to act. So all he needs to do is just be like, "I'm a dad," and every once in a while I'll come back for Kamen Rider. So who cares?
That's a rarity in Japan because usually it's the male who's working well, then again, there's also more both parent. They're starting to adopt more both parents actually are working and stuff. But that's actually weird for the wife to be the breadwinner and him just to do it every now and then.
I mean, who cares? Dragaim, you were part of one of the most popular shows in Tokusatsu history. I guess you could tip your hat on that and leave.
He could. I mean, he's still in shape, so he's got to be doing something. He's still got to be doing something.
I mean, you know what? What are we doing? We're still recording. Bye.
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 I'm just so used to us doing that, and I didn't fucking say anything.